Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a really great day, and I hope that your morning is starting off well. We're going to go ahead and start with, we're going to go through, a balancing class today, but we'll start on the floor in a child's pose. So if you want, you can come down, have the knees on the floor. If that's uncomfortable, if you have a mat, you can always roll it over, or you can put a blanket underneath the knees. And then if the low back is sore or talking to you this morning, then you might have the toes touching and the knees wide. If everything feels okay, then have the knees and the ankles touching and the big toes, and then you'll bring your heart down towards the thighs, and you can bring the forehead down to the floor. Bring either the palms together to support the forehead. You can extend the arms out in front of you to lengthen the back of the body. Or you can bring the arms along the sides of the body to roll into the shoulders. So take a moment and find what feels good to you. And as you feel the sit bones press back towards the heels, feel a lengthening in the back as the forehead touches the floor. And you'll take a few breaths here, starting to arrive in your space and arrive in this present moment today. As you start to deepen the breath, as you breathe deeply in and out of the nose, start to bring all of your awareness to this breath. We'll take 2 more breaths here, completely arriving in this moment, letting go of your morning, letting go of the day to come. Take 1 more breath in. Feel the sides of the body expanding and the chest connecting closer to the thighs. And then as you exhale, we'll all extend the arms out in front of us. Press the sit bones back for the heels. And as you root the palms into the floor, feel a stretch along the back of the body, right behind the heart. As you inhale, feel the sides of the body expand. And then as you exhale, we're going to start by walking the hands over towards the right. As you press the left sit bone back for the left heel, tuck the chin and feel the stretch along the left side of the body. Relax the shoulders. Take another full cycle of breath to feel the stretch along the side of the torso. And then on your inhale, come back into center. Walk the hands over to the left side as you exhale. Press the right sit bone back for the heel and relax through the shoulder. And as you find that sweet spot, feel the right side of the body stretching and expanding. Pause here for your breath. Take a full cycle in and a full big breath out. Take 1 more breath. And then we'll walk our hands into center. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. And as you reach the tailbone back, feel the heart reach forward. Press the earth away. Keep pressing the palms into the earth. And you're going to have a slight round in the shoulders, not too much like cat pose yet. Reach the heart forward, tuck the chin. Take another full breath here. As you inhale, we'll drop the heart through the shoulders, look up, press the tailbone back. And as you exhale, round the back, bring the navel towards the spine and the chin towards the chest. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale to find length. Heart reaches forward. Shoulders move away from the ears. And then as you exhale, press the earth away, tuck the chin. 1 more time. Inhale, find length. Heart reaches forward, tailbone back. Exhale to round, find cat pose. And I want you to keep the hips right over the knees right now. Make sure that you can feel that 90 degree angle with both the hips and the knees. And then begin to walk the hands forward. Keep the booty up, but bring the heart down the floor. And if you can, you'll bring the chin to the floor if that feels okay, opening up through the neck. If not, then bring the forehead to the floor. And you'll still press into the palms. Bring the navel towards the spine. And as you come into puppy pose, just feel the spreading of the shoulder blades and this nice deep opening in the shoulders. Take one more breath. And then you'll slowly begin to walk the hands back in towards center. Ground the palms into the floor. Tuck the toes and just hover the knees off of the floor just for a moment. I want you to engage the core, feel the core working, press the palms into the floor. Take one more breath in. And then use the exhale to lift the hips, come into downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet, get into the backs of the calves and the hamstrings. Even flip and get into the toes. Take 2 breaths here, just making any movements that your body needs. And then as you work your way into stillness, you'll spread the palms, bring the weight in between the pointer finger and thumb. The chin is tucked and the gaze is going to be at the toes or the knees. Press the floor down and forward. Lift the booty up a little bit higher. Take another breath in. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. And a full breath out. Come up onto the tippy toes as you inhale. Bend the knees. Look forward and walk the feet forward as you exhale, nice and slow. No rush to get there. Once you get to the hands, bring the hands to the shins, reach the heart forward. Remember, you're tucking the chin so that the ears are in line with the shoulders, and you're going to reach the crown forward. Feel the back nice and flat. As you exhale, bring the navel to the spine, and you'll hinge forward. Tuck the chin, bring the heart towards the front of the thighs. Do that one more time. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins. Roll the weight into the toes, and you'll still tuck the chin, lead with the crown of the head. And then when you exhale, fold forward all the way over the thighs. Bend the knees. We're going to inhale the arms into that V shape and rise all the way up. Look at the palms as they touch. And then when you exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. Close the eyes here. You can keep the hands at the heart, at the hips, or you can bring the hands to the sides of the body. I want you to reach the heart forward, ground the feet into the floor. Now, as you tuck the chin slightly, lift through the back of the neck. Take another full cycle of breath here to settle in your mountain pose. Blink the eyes open. As you inhale, bring the arms out and up. Find the V shape, palms touch. When you exhale, we're going to dive forward all the way over the thighs. Release the hands. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins. Crown reaches forward. Find your flat back. Exhale to fold forward. Bend the knees at the same time and plant the palms. Step the right foot back so that the left foot is forward and you're in a high lunge position. Keep the back foot firm, the back leg, firm, and the heel pointing up to the ceiling. Reach the heart forward, and then can you feel the shoulders move away from the back of the head? Take another breath in. You're in a runner's lunge here. Keep pressing the fingertips into the floor. You can always lower that knee if you need to, if it gets a little bit too tough for the right thigh. Wherever you are, take one more breath here, softening the shoulders. And then I want you to spiral the right foot down. Step the foot out just a little bit and up. Remember, we're finding our warrior one here, so the foot will be up and out about 6 inches. There's a bend in the front knee. When you inhale, rise all the way up. warrior one. So you'll sink the booty down, sink into that front knee, but spiral the back thigh towards the back of the root. And that'll seal the outer edge of the right pinky foot to the floor. As you sink into that front knee, if this is too much, you can always come off, but sink into that front knee as much as possible at the same time, keeping the back leg firm. Shoulders and hips are pointing forward, and then the arms can be right alongside the ears. You can always bring them to the heart or the hips. Take another breath in. And then as you exhale, maybe walk the foot forward a little bit more and sink a little bit deeper. Take another full cycle of breath here to settle. And then you can bring the hands to the heart. Inhale to lengthen. When you exhale, you're going to twist towards the left thigh. Bring the right elbow to the thigh. Press into the palms. Still keep the back foot firm. And as you press into the palms, can you bring the navel to the spine? Maybe gaze towards the left elbow or beyond. Take another full breath here. We're finding balance already. And then when you inhale, we'll unwind, coming back into warrior one. Arms come right alongside the ears. Pause for your exhale to settle. Take another breath in to lengthen through the torso, and then we'll exhale to come all the way down. Come to the ball of the right foot. Palms come down to the floor. Find your plank pose. Balancing on the palms, balancing on the balls of the feet. Reach the crown forward. Shoulders move away from the back of the neck. Navel is coming towards the spine. Lift the backs of the legs towards the ceiling. Reach the heels to the back of the room. Take one more breath. Take another breath in to find length. And then the exhale will bring the hips up to the ceiling, finding downward facing dog. Take a full breath here. Take one more cycle, seeing if you can lift the sit bones just a little bit higher. And then I want you to step the right foot forward now. Bring the foot right in between the palms. Pause here for your runner's lunge. Press into the ball of the right foot. Feel the right hip pull back. Keep the left leg firm. And reach the crown of the head forward. Take a full breath here, seeing if you can settle. And then spiral the back foot down, step it up, make sure that the heels are not on the same line of energy. Sink into the front knee, the right knee, and the back leg is firm, so the left pinky side of the foot is sealed to the mat, and you can help by rotating the inner left thigh to the back. So when you're ready, on your next inhale, rise up, arms come right alongside the ears, sink into that front knee right away. And then where do you want the arms? Do you want to keep the arms right alongside the ears, at the heart, or at the hips? Wherever you choose, pause here so you can settle. Find a gazing point to focus at, and then come back to your breath. Your breath is what will help keep you present. Take another full cycle in and out. And then the hands are going to come to the heart wherever you are. Reach the heart and the torso towards the ceiling. Find length on an inhale. When you exhale, you're going to twist now to the right knee. Bring the left elbow to the right thigh. Press the palms together. And even if you don't get there, you still want to kind of make it into that direction. If you're a little bit tight in the hips. So if you can hook the elbow, great. Press the elbow into the thigh. Make sure you're still sealing the left pinky side of the foot to the mat. And then start to gaze towards the right elbow. Take another full breath. Keep engaging the core, navel comes to the spine. Use the next inhale to unwind the arms right next to the ears. Pause for your exhale to settle. Take a big breath in to lengthen. Use the exhale to come all the way down to the floor. Step back into plank pose. So when you find your plank pose, this is the position you can stay at. You can always drop the knees. From wherever you are, we'll take 2 deep breaths. Keep pressing the floor away with the palms. Keep lifting through the back of the head. Take 1 more breath in. And then lift the hips back into downward facing dog as you exhale. Pause here. You can always come into child's pose or back into table. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. Look forward. Begin to walk the feet back to the hands, coming into a forward fold. As you inhale, bring the hands to the shins, reach the crown of the head forward, roll the weight into the toes, and then exhale to fold forward. Navel comes to the spine. Bend the knees, arms come out to a V. Inhale to rise all the way up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale to bring the hands to the heart. Close the eyes here. Take a full breath. Feel the feet rooting into the floor. Crown of the head is lifting up towards the ceiling. Heart and the thumbs are connecting. Take 1 more breath. Then I want you to blink the eyes open. Have the feet hip width distance apart or a little bit wider if that feels better for you today. When you inhale, lift up through the heart. You're not bringing the chest forward, but I want you to lift up towards the ceiling. Keep the chin tucked, so you'll inhale, you're lifting up and expanding outward. When you exhale with that tucked chin, start to hinge forward. And again, if you need a little bit of a wider stance, go ahead and widen the feet, but then exhale to hinge forward. Release the hands. Grab for the toes. If you cannot if you can't grab the toes, bend the knees as much as you can so you can grab the toes. So when you do that, you'll grab with your peace fingers, these 2 fingers, the pointer finger and thumb, or the pointer and middle finger and your thumb, and you'll grab for the big toe. When you do that, I want you to start to straighten the legs as much as you can, but even if it's not very much, that's fine. Tuck the chin and begin to bring the heart closer towards the front of the thighs. So that might mean you're like this. That might mean you're trying to get your fingers towards your toes, but make it in that direction. Think about grabbing your toes at some point. And then if you can straighten the legs, begin to straighten through the legs, roll the weight into the toes, and then reach the tailbone up towards the ceiling. You're still tucking the chin. And then see if you can bring the elbows out to the sides, if you can straighten the legs. And this will give you a little bit more leverage to bring the heart closer to the front of the thighs. Whatever variation you're in, take a full cycle of breath here. Stay still, stay silent, let the body do the work. Release the toes, and then you'll bring the hands to the shins with a flat back. Reach the heart forward, keep the chin tucked. Exhale to fold forward. Bend the knees, arms come out to that V shape. Inhale to rise all the way up. Look at the palms as they touch. Exhale to pull the hands down to the heart. Close the eyes. Feel the feet rooting into the floor. Lift up through the heart. Tuck the chin, lift through the back of the neck. Take 1 more full breath here. And then release the hands to the hips, blink the eyes open. So you can stay here. If you need something to help you balance, find a chair. You can even come to a wall and use the wall. So we'll start by bringing the weight into the right foot. And as you do, I want you to root the weight into the right leg, lift the left knee up in line with the left hip. You don't want to lock the knee out, so keep a slight bend in that knee to protect the knee joint. As you root into the right foot, lift up through the heart. I want you to feel the entire foot connecting and grounding into the floor, the entire right foot. And then reach down, maybe you grab for the shin. Maybe you use those peace fingers and grab for the big toe. So wherever you choose, you can stay here. You can even just lift the left toes just a little bit off the earth. It's not a race. It's not a competition. It doesn't matter. We're all at our own spot. So wherever you choose to be, wherever that might be for you, ground into this right leg. That's what's important. Lift up through the heart. Keep the lips sealed as you're breathing deeply through the nose. If you have that big toe, fun option, maybe balancing this way, extending the foot forward. You can always open it out to the side too. You can also do that with the knee, right? You have the knee and then maybe you start to open it up. So wherever you are, a couple of options there. You can always have a little kickstand. So then that way you're balancing. If you're by the wall, maybe you're holding on to the wall, grabbing onto that knee, or you're grabbing onto the toes. So wherever you choose to be, you can even extend the arm out to help your balance. What you want to do now is stop looking at me and find a gazing point, something on the floor or on the wall that is not moving. And that's what's going to help you balance. So once you find that spot, take a big, deep breath in, hold your balance, and a deep breath out. Keep focusing on your drishti, that focal point. Take one more cycle of breath. And then we're all going to try and stay balanced on the right leg, come into tree pose. So that left foot can come to the right calf. It can come to the inner right thigh. Just do not want it on the knee joint. As you press the foot into the thigh, find your balance. This is where your drishti, that focal point, comes into play. Do not look at something that's moving because that will make you move. And then hands can be at the heart, at the hips, or right alongside the ears. Soften the shoulders down the back. Keep reaching through the heart. Lift through the fingertips if the fingers are extended. Take one more full breath wherever you are. Maybe smile. Hands are going to come to the heart where if they're not there. And then keep balancing on the right foot if possible. Left knee comes in line with the left hip. Shoulders and hips are pointing forward. Root into that right leg one more time. Lift up nice and tall. And then exhale to release the left foot down. So notice now the imbalance that you've created within the thighs. Maybe that right thigh is burning. For me, my right calf is on fire in the bottom of my foot. So kind of maybe just shake it out a little bit, get the blood flow back in there, but then ground into the feet and then notice the difference in the sides of the legs. Notice maybe that right foot is able to connect to the floor a little bit more. You're grounded more on that side. So bring the hands to the hips, tuck the chin so you're lifting through the crown of the head, close the eyes, and then just feel now the difference in the sides of the body. Blink the eyes open. You're going to start to bring the weight now into the left foot. So one thing to note is that one side is always easier to balance on, and it's not necessarily your dominant side. One side is stronger. So if you need to, if you think for this side, you need a little bit of help, then maybe come to a wall. But we'll start by grounding into the left foot, the left leg. Bring that right knee in line with the right hip to start. And this is just so you can find some balance, right? Ground into the left leg. Find your drishti right away, that focal point you were gazing at. And then maybe you choose to stay here. Maybe you use the right hand to help brace the right knee. Maybe you reach down with your peace fingers and grab the big toe with the right hand. And then wherever you choose to be, you don't want to start slumping forward, right? I was already starting to do that. So see if you can bring the shoulders back in line over the hips, lift through the sternum, and then find your modification. You're looking at your drishti, taking a full breath here, not holding the breath, and let go of any tension. Maybe you started to tighten the jaw or squint the eyes. Put a smile on your face, take one more full breath. And then you'll stay rooted in the left leg. Bring that right knee back in line with the right hip. Everything is pointing forward. And then you can bring the right foot to the inside of the left calf or above, find your balance, above the knee joint. So once you find that spot, root into the left foot. Hands can be at the heart, or maybe they're right alongside the ears. Maybe you bring them out for balance. And wherever you're choosing, you're still rooting into the left leg. Lift through the heart. Don't start to slump. Don't hold your breath. Take one more full cycle here. And then bring the right knee in line with the right hip. It's okay if you're wobbling. That's what's going to help get that muscle memory and get into the ligaments. Keep the right knee in line with the right hip. Lift through the heart. And then we'll exhale to release. Maybe shake it out a little bit here. And then notice now how maybe both sides are starting to feel a little bit more balanced. You can shake out the leg if you need to. Notice if the calf is on fire on this side or the hamstring. Maybe you favor one leg when you're sitting or when you're standing and talking, or you sit on one side of the body more. It's an indication of you needing to find balance throughout the entire body even more. So as you root into the feet, hands come to the hips, close the eyes, tuck the chin, and now notice the balance that you brought back into both sides of the body. And very gently, we'll come all the way down to the floor. Find your comfortable seated position. And you can rock from side to side. Ground the sit bones into the floor. Make sure that the heart is lifted and you're not starting to slump forward. And then just a couple more postures before we come to a close today. I want you to start to come onto this side forearm. So if that's too much, then maybe just come onto the right fingertips. And then feel the pressure pressing into that right palm as you lift the left arm along the side left of the ear. Feel a stretch along the torso, along the left side of the torso. Relax the left shoulder. Take a full breath here. And then you'll bring the left hand all the way down. Use the same position that you did, whether the forearm is all the way down or just the fingertips. Bring the right arm all the way over the right ear. Soften the right shoulder down the back. Feel a stretch now along the right side of the torso in between each rib. And then we'll inhale to come back to center. Extend the legs out in front of you. Flex the feet. And if that's too much, then maybe have a little bit of a wider stance with the legs. Inhale to lift up and out of the heart. When you exhale, you're going to keep the chin tucked. Reach the heart or the crown of the head towards the toes. Don't just try to come and touch the knees with your nose. So as you reach the heart forward, soften the shoulders down the back. And for me, I feel this right in my low back in the sacrum. So maybe tuck the chin. And wherever you feel it, take a few breaths, imagining that area opening up. And you'll tuck the chin. Use your inhale to unwind, stack the spine. This time now cross the legs in that opposite position. So a moment ago, if the left shin was in front, bring the right shin in front. Rock from side to side. Balance the body, ground the sit bones. Palms are going to be face up here. Pull the shoulder blades together behind the back. Lift through the heart. Close the eyes. And as you root the sit bones into the floor, feel the heart lifting towards the crown and the crown lifting towards the sky. And with the palms open and this feeling of the heart being open, I want you to think about one person, the first person that comes into your mind. And instead of directing that love to yourself, I want you to direct all the love that you have gathered through your practice today and send that person all of your love. And then also think about all of those people out there that are going through challenging times that might not have someone to send them love. So if we can think about others, then that love also gets redirected back to ourselves. Bring the hands together now in front of the heart. And I want you now to picture yourself in the center of your heart. And take a deep breath in with all the love in your room, within your heart. Take a deep breath out. And just know that as you balance the body, you balance the mind, you balance the heart, it allows you to open the heart so you are able to give and receive love even more. Blink the eyes open. Namaste. I hope you guys had a good practice, and I hope that you were able to find a little bit of balance this morning to start your day. Hope you have a great day, and let me know if you have any questions, and I hope to see you guys next week. Have a great weekend.